Hey guys, welcome back. It's Kaylin. I have an awesome active recovery and mobility workout for you. So this is great to do to offset some kind of heavy working out during the week. Always so important to add in that mobility and flexibility work, because if not, you are more prone to injuries. Not to mention, it's just going to make you feel so much better overall. And even if you're not doing anything super hardcore, super active during the week, any sort of mobility, flexibility, anything like this is really just so important overall in our bodies. So we tend to be a very sedentary culture, so always good to continue that mobility and flexibility work. So we are going to do that. We're going to add in some core work in here as well, but get ready for an awesome workout here today. So the only thing I need for you to do is to grab a pillow of some kind, rectangular if you have it. It's okay if it's square, and something that is a little bit more firm. So nothing that, when you push down goes all the way to the floor. So go ahead and grab that and just place it off to the side. And you're going to come into a child's pose. So we're going to start out nice and easy at first. Just going to ease into it. Let's bring those knees wide out to the sides of your mat, and then go ahead and bring that upper body forward and bring that forehead down. I just want you to take a few deep breaths here, taking a deep breath in, inhale, and then exhale, let it all go. And again, inhale, deep breath in, and exhale to release. Good, one more. Inhale, breathing into your rib cage, front and back, side to side. And then exhale, let it all out. All right, we're gonna bring this up now into a downward dog. So with the hands staying planted on the mat, start to bring those legs more hip distance apart. Tuck those toes under, lift the heels, and then start to bring those heels down towards the mat. If you're really tight in the back of your legs, like I'm feeling right now, go ahead and start to walk your dog, dropping one heel, bending the other knee, and just alternating here back and forth. So hopefully you start to find a little bit more opening in your calf, in your hamstring, as you start to pedal those legs. That's it. Let's do one more each side. You got it. All right, now drop both heels down. I want you to lift that right leg up. Just take an inhale, exhale, start to draw that leg under, place it in between your hands, and then drop that back knee down. So we're gonna come up here, bringing the hands onto that thigh, and then start to lean forward just a little bit, still keeping your belly lifted, and then bring those arms up to the ceiling. So maybe sink a little bit deeper into that hip, but not hanging out in that joint, right? Stay nice and strong in your leg muscles and in your core. Maybe lift that heart and chest up towards the ceiling a little bit. Beautiful. All right, bring that left hand down to the mat. As you rotate open towards that right side, keep pulling that right inner thigh in towards the center of your body as you twist. Good, one more inhale here. And then exhale, bring that hand down. Start to flex through your right ankle as you straighten that right leg, pulling your hips back, coming over that leg for a nice hamstring stretch. Good, one more breath. Good, start to come back forward. Bring both hands down to the mat. You're gonna lift that back leg up, that left knee. Bring that right leg back so you're in a plank position. Good, hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift your hips coming back into that downward dog. Heels coming towards the floor. All right, and we're gonna lift that left leg up and then pull it under you, and then bring it in between the hands. Drop that back knee down, and then lift back up. Again, let's start with the hands on top of the left thigh first. Good, staying lifted in your core, strong in your legs, and start to lift those arms up towards the ceiling. Sink into that leg just a little bit more. Get a little back bend here as we look up towards the ceiling. And then bring your right hand down to the mat. Left arm reaches up towards the ceiling as we twist open. This time, feel that left inner thigh pulling in towards the center line. Good, one more breath here. And then bring that left hand down. Start to straighten that left leg as you pull that left hip back. Flex through that left ankle. Drop that chest down. You got it. Feel that beautiful hamstring stretch. Good, start to shift your weight forward again. Both hands ground into the mat. Lift that back knee, bring that left leg back to meet the right, back into plank pose. Hold it again for 5, 4, 3, you got it, 2, and 1. Drop your knees down. Now you're gonna come into an all fours position. So shoulders right over the wrists, knees right under the hips. And with a nice flat back, you're just gonna start to lean forward over those hands and then bring the hips back. So back stays nice and flat. You're just hinging right here just from the shoulder joint to your hip joint and your knee joint as you just gently move forward and back. Let's do a few more. Good. Last 2. And last 1. Good, bring it back to center. Let's do a few cat and cow. So we inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest. Exhale as we round the spine. Inhale through center. And exhale to round. Good, one more, inhale. And exhale. All right, go ahead and bring it back to center. You're gonna go ahead and flip over onto your back. This is where that pillow is gonna come in handy. So I want you to go ahead and place the pillow the long way so that your upper back shoulder area is supported as well as your head. So you're kind of at a nice sloped angle here. All right, so the reason why we're using the pillow is just to get our upper body in a nice comfortable position so that we can more easily find that mobility that we're looking for in the lower body. So we're gonna start here with our feet and legs in parallel and bring your arms down by your sides. We're gonna start to exhale, flatten your low back into the mat. So we're just doing some pelvic rocking. And then inhale, it's gonna come the opposite direction. You will arch your lower back here. And then exhale as you flatten the back. And then inhale as you bring it forward. Good, just a few more. Exhale. And inhale. Last 2. Good, inhale forward. And last 1. Good, and back forward. All right, let's go ahead and bring your left leg straight down to the floor. Just let it relax. Pull your right leg in towards your chest. And I want you to do some nice big circles with that leg. So you might have just your right hand on top of your right knee as you circle it around in the hip socket, bringing way out and then across the body, down and back up. Good, a couple more times in this direction. Good, last one. All right, now go ahead and reverse that, coming out to the side, down, around, and lift. Good, out, down, around, and up. Good, a few more. Our hips can get so tight, so this is really important to keep this mobility of the leg in the hip socket. We tend to go just this motion, right? That running, walking, biking. We gotta make sure we're really getting that full range of motion in that hip joint. All right, let's go ahead and switch to the other side. So right leg down, left leg pulls in, and then do that same thing, doing those nice big circles. Good, so sometimes mobility work, right? It's not all that fancy, but it is effective. Go ahead and reverse the circles. So mobility is just all about making sure you're getting that range of motion, that flexibility, staying limber, so we don't get too stiff, which is really what happens as we get older, unfortunately. All right, so now go ahead and bring those legs back together, knees bent. All right, arms gonna come by your sides. Now start to bring the legs into tabletop position. So really feel already your core nice and active, right? So if you're arching your back off your mat, that's not working your core. Pull those ribs down, arms down by your sides. We're gonna do toe taps here. So just bring in a little bit of lower abdominal work as we do alternating toe taps, one and then the other. So with this, back of the ribs stay pulling down into the mat, right? Just that leg is reaching towards the floor, knee stays bent. So moving just at the hip joint. Good, tap and lift. So if you're not feeling your abs already here, then check in with your spine, check in with your ribs. Good, tap and lift. 2 more sets, tap, lift, lift. Last set. Good, tap and lift. Now we're gonna do single leg reaches. We're gonna reach right leg out and then pull that in. Reach left leg out. Good, and reach and out. So same thing here. Make sure the back of the ribs are staying pulling down. Good, you don't have to go super fast. Make this nice and controlled. Good, reach and reach. 2 more sets. 2, 2, 1, and 1. Awesome. Bring the legs back to tabletop, arms out to the sides. I want you to take an inhale as you start to lower those legs to the right. Don't let them touch down all the way. Just let them hover. Exhale as you come back into center. Inhale over to the other side. And exhale, lift. Good, so just that lower body twist. So that rotation is super important in keeping that mobility in our spine. Because if you're not incorporating rotation normally throughout the week, it's important to do. Good, exhale up, 1 more set. Inhale over, exhale, lift. Last one, inhale and exhale. All right, go ahead and place your feet back on the mat. We're gonna do something called angels in the snow. So for this one, we're gonna do a lower body twist while we move the arm, the opposite arm. So I want you to take your knees, start to drop them to, so they're together, legs are together, you're gonna drop them to the left as you draw that right arm up towards the ceiling, and you're gonna rotate your head towards that right arm. And then you're gonna lift up, go to the other side. So left arm comes up above your head along the floor, looking towards the left with your head, legs to the right. And you just keep going, not quickly, but just still nice smooth motion, moving back and forth. That's it, good. And reach with that arm lifted. You get a little bit more stretch in that back side body. Good, rotate. Good, through center. We have 1 more on the other side. Good, twist. Good, and then come all the way into center. All right, I'm gonna have you lay on your side. I'm gonna come on my right side first. And you're gonna have that pillow just under the head. Bend your knees, legs are stacked, arms are gonna come out straight in front of you. So both arms are gonna be straight. This is called pinwheel. I love this exercise for opening up the chest and the shoulders. So I want you to take your top arm, reach it forward. So reach along the floor. Now start to bring that arm all the way up overhead as it stays with your fingertips on the floor if you can. It's gonna come up overhead. You're gonna rotate open to the other side as that arm sweeps out to the side. Hold it there so you have T arms here. And then you're gonna reverse that as the arm comes back overhead. Good, comes forward and then comes right to the top of that other hand. And then we do that again, reach it forward. Good, up overhead, circle open. And then reverse it, coming back. Good, and back over. Good, we've got one more. Reach it forward, up overhead. Good, let that head look towards the left. Feel that left shoulder opening, chest opening. Good, coming back into center and then coming all the way back. All right, I am gonna take my pillow to switch to the other side. You can feel free to just flip over right where you are onto your other side. All right, so go ahead and bring both arms forward again. Now your other arm is on top. You start to reach it forward, bring it up, circle open. Good. And then bring it back, reach it up and over. And we do that again. So this whole time, those legs aren't moving, right? Now it's just that upper body rotation. Okay, so this is really working on that flexibility, but also that mobility. Good, and then bring it back up and over and back to center. Okay, so now you're gonna come back onto your back and we're gonna do a little bit of bridging. So it's gonna open up the front of those hips and quads and just get our spine mobilizing as well. So feet are close to the body, arms are down by your sides, your head. Actually, take your pillow away. We don't want to have that for bridge. So bring that all the way to the side and bring your head fully onto the mat. So arms are down by your sides. The reason why we don't use the pillow for bridge is because we're lifting our hips up right this way. And if our head is lifted, that might hurt our neck. So we always want to have our head flat on the mat there. All right, with that, take your inhale here. On your exhale, you're gonna flatten your low back into the mat as you peel your spine off one vertebrae at a time. Good, go ahead and inhale as you lift at the top here. Keep those legs in parallel. Exhale, lower back down and release. Good, again, inhale at the bottom, exhale, roll it up. Good, inhale here at the top. Exhale, reverse upper back, mid back, low back, and release the pelvis. Good, two more just like that. Good, lift, reach through those knees, open up that front body, and then lower back down. Awesome, last one. This one, I want you to stay lifted at the top. So you're gonna keep those hips lifted, and you're gonna do hip dips. So what that means is I want you to take your left hip, start to tip it down towards the floor to the left, right? And then you're gonna come back up through center, dip your right hip down towards the right, right? So you're kind of flexing at that hip joint of the hip that's dropping. Good, as you let it come down. Good, keep that moving. Just alternating side to side. You're getting a little rotation here in your spine. Good, and twist. And twist. All right, let's do one more each side after this one. So dropping left and right. Good, lift your hips up again and then slowly lower the spine, coming all the way, all the way, all the way down. All right, take another inhale here at the bottom. Exhale, roll back up. We're gonna do a figure 8 with the hips now. So if you think of a figure 8, right, that infinity sign. So I want you to start to dip the hips to the left, right? And then you're gonna roll them down, back up to the other side, and then down that side, up, left, lift, And then down again, out to the side, up. Good, down to the right, out to the side, and lift. Good, so this one could be a little bit tricky. So just do the best that you can to make that figure 8 motion. Good. Good, just do one more, down, around, and up. Good, lift your hips, even them off, and then roll down through your spine, lowering all the way down. All right, so let's go ahead, bring those legs down to the mat, bring those arms back above you. Actually, let's go ahead and bring our pillow back. So let's go ahead and bring that back and then roll it all the way down. So we're gonna do a nice full roll up here, right? So we're getting more into those abdominals. This also works on that mobility and flexibility as well. So fingers and toes apart. Take an inhale as you reach long. Exhale, chin to chest. Scoop the belly back, round forward over those legs. Oh, feel those hamstrings stretch and lower back. Good, now keep that round spine as you bring it down all the way, all the way. Good, and then inhale, lift back. Exhale, chin to chest, round forward, reach and lengthen. Good, and then we reverse it. Bring it down, bone by bone, all the way down. Good, 2 more, inhale, arms lift. Exhale, scoop, bring it forward. Good, roll it down. You got it. Last one, you're gonna stay up and over the legs. Exhale, exhale, round forward, reach up and over. Good, hold on here wherever you can and just find that stretch. Good, one more breath. Exhale, see if you can go a little bit deeper into that stretch. Good, and then stack the spine and then come all the way back up. All right, I had to adjust my mic. So let's go ahead and come on forward. We're gonna come forward to the front of our mat. So we're gonna do our rolling like a ball exercise. So rolling like a ball is not only a core stability exercise, but also helps to massage out the spine. So if you have a thin mat, I like to double up sometimes on my mat. If your mat is on a carpet, then you're probably perfectly fine, but it can definitely feel a little bit sharp on your spine or back if you are on a harder surface. So go ahead and bring your hands onto your shins, bring your forehead towards your knees, and find that tight little ball here. All right, so now we're gonna keep that ball as we inhale, rock back. Exhale, lift up, balance, and hold. Good, inhale back. Exhale, lift. So that head is not touching the floor, right? It's staying tucked in, chin to chest, tight little ball. Exhale, lift and balance. Let's do 3 more. 3. Last 2. Awesome, last one. Wonderful, go ahead and bring those feet to the mat. Take a breath here. We're gonna take a quick little break. I'm gonna take a sip of water. Maybe roll out your shoulders a little bit, and I'll meet you right back here. All right, we're gonna move right into our spine stretch exercise. So with spine stretch, you wanna go ahead and sit up nice and tall on your sitting bones. You're gonna have your legs wider than mat distance. You can have them just wider. I'm gonna bring my legs even wider this time so I can get a little bit more stretch in my inner thighs. So you go to where it's comfortable for you. All right, so sitting up nice and tall, arms are gonna come forward. I want you to take an inhale as you draw chin to chest, round forward. Good, pulling the belly back as you reach over, and then stack the spine back up, shoulders down, head lifts. And again, chin towards chest, belly back, reach it forward. Good, and then stack back up. So you're imagining that you're peeling your spine off a wall, 1 vertebrae at a time as you come forward. And then when you reverse that, you're stacking the spine back up against the wall as you lift back up. Let's do 2 more. So because we are kind of pulling that belly back as we round forward. It's that feeling of that spine kind of stretching in both directions, right? So it's this beautiful length here that we're looking for. Good, I think that was it. All right, I think I lost count. All right, go ahead and bring your legs just a little bit closer together so that they are more, a little bit wider than mat distance. We're gonna do our saw exercise. So arms out to the side. This involves that rotation and that spinal mobility. So I want you to inhale as you rotate to the right. Exhale as you round forward. Good, think of sawing off that baby toe. And then stack back up. Rotate to your other side, exhale, bring it over, round that leg. Good, and lift. Good, rotate through center. Good, rounding over that left leg. Good, stack back up. So when you're twisting, you're looking back towards that back hand with your gaze. Good, through center, exhale. Good, up and twist. Good to get some nice lower back stretch here too, as well as hamstrings and that rotation that we talked about. Good, last one to the other side. Good, twist. Good, and all the way back up. All right, last one here. We're gonna do a little spine twist. So legs are gonna be glued together, squeezing those inner thighs, spines up nice and tall, bend the knees if you need to. Hands are gonna come behind your head, shoulders are down. And then we just twist to the left, staying tall, come through center, twist to the right. Good, through center. And again, we twist, center, and twist. So it's just that rotation. If this is too hard with arms behind the head, feel free to use a longer arm out to the sides like we did for saw. Good, so twist. Good, do 2 more sets. Twist, center. Good, last set. And last one. Good, and then bring the arms all the way down by your sides. All right, so you're gonna start to roll down with control all the way down till your head hits that point on your pillow where you're nice and supported. All right. So I want you to start pulling your right leg in towards your chest. I want you to bring that leg up towards the ceiling. Just hold on to the back of that leg as you flex and point that ankle. Whew, if you heard that, but that tends to happen with my ankles. Actually, just feels really good. Good, and then start to do your circles. Circling in one direction first, and then the other. All right, and lower that leg to the floor, and we're gonna switch to the other leg. So bend that left knee in, hands behind the thigh, bring it up to the ceiling, and then we point and flex. Yes. Good, and then those circles. Nice. And reverse. All right, so now let's go ahead and we're gonna move into a single straight leg stretch. This is an abdominal exercise, but also gets that stretch in the hamstring. So you have a couple options. You can keep your head down and do this, where you bring your right leg towards you, left leg reaches away and hovers, and then you switch legs, right? Or you can come up into your ab curl and make this also an abdominal exercise. Good, as you switch. Just make sure those shoulders stay down. That's it, switch and reach. Good, 2 more sets, 2, 1, and 1. Bring both knees into the chest. All right, we're gonna bring our left leg to the mat, lengthen it out and flex through that ankle. We're gonna do some large leg circles laying on our back here. So right leg comes up to the ceiling, arms come up to the sides. You're gonna start to bring that right leg across the body. You're gonna lift that right hip up and off the mat. Start to circle it down along the floor, out to the side and back up. So we lift that right hip off as we bring it across, down, around, and center. Good, across, down, around, and lift. Good, one more time this direction. Now we reverse those circles. We bring it out to the side first. Keep that left hip grounded. Down, across, right hip lifts, and up. Good, across, down, and up. Out, down, across, and lift. Good, one more. Across, and lift. Good, bend that knee back into the chest, and then send it away onto the mat. We're gonna switch to our other side. So left leg is up towards the ceiling, right leg, that ankle is flexed. And then we bring that left leg across the body, lift that left hip up, down, out, and center. Good, bring it across, down, out, and lift. Good, across, down, out, lift. Good, one more. Across, down, out, lift. Good, reverse it, out to the left, down, lift that left hip up, bring it across the body and back center. Good, out, down, across, and lift. Two more, out, down, across, lift. Last one. Oh, these feel so hard today. Good, lift. Good, bring that leg in towards your chest. Give it a nice pull. Awesome. All right, go ahead and rock yourself up to a seated position. Okay, let's move into a Swan. So we're gonna get some extension in our body. Let's just bring our pillow off to the side here and lay on your belly. Now, there's a couple of ways. I'm gonna show you the way I'm gonna do it. You are on a hard or a surface that's like a wood or tile floor. Give this a try. It might be a little bit better on carpet. Depends how well your hands can slide. But with our Swan, you're gonna let your legs come out a little bit to the sides of your mat. You're gonna reach those legs long, pull your belly in and up. Now, so arms are kind of reaching out kind of in the direction of those corners, top corners of your mat in a V position. I want you to take an inhale as you do that. You're gonna start to slide those arms towards you. Keep the arms straight as you lift the body. Lift the chest, shoulders down, belly lifts. And then we lower back down as the arms slide back along the floor. So we do that again. Start to slide those arms towards you, pull the shoulders down, heart lifts, belly lifts. And then we lower back down with control. If that's not working for you, sliding the hands, go ahead and bring the hands under the body, under the shoulders, and then you just press into the hands to find that lift, right? So either one works. Whichever one you're doing, let's do 3 more like that. So slide the shoulders down, pull the belly in, heart lifts, and then we lower. Good, 2 more. So this position, this thoracic extension, the thoracic is what's the upper part of your spine, is so important, right? Because we all tend to round our shoulders forward, either sitting in a chair or in our cars, sitting on the couch. Okay, let your head come all the way down to the mat. Let it relax. So we're trying to counter that and find that opening in the heart and the chest. Otherwise, we're going to keep rounding forward. And that's not what we want, right? We want that nice alignment and posture and that support and stability for the rest of our body. All right, so arms are gonna come by our sides. We're gonna do what's called a rocket here. So we're going to lift just the upper body again. This time the arms are gonna lift off the floor and the upper body lifts as well. So I want you to take an inhale as you start to reach those arms down and off the floor, lift up, shoulders squeeze together, and then we lower back down. And we do that again, belly in, upper body lifts. Good, and we lower. Good, just 2 more. Lift, reach. Open the shoulders, the chest, and lower. Good, last one, lift, reach. Good, and lower it all the way back down. All right, go ahead and bring the hands underneath the shoulders and press yourself up into an all fours position. So we're in all fours. We're gonna do more of some abdominal core stability work here. So we're gonna start to bring that right leg back behind us at hip height, right? Before you start to move, I want you to feel your core connected. So ribs towards pelvis, no arching of the lower back here, right? Stay lifted in your center, okay? With that, I want you to reach that left arm forwards. This is our opposite arm leg reach. Reach, 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 and lengthen here. Take your inhale. Exhale, you're gonna round knee to elbow as you bring everything under the body. Inhale to lengthen back out. Exhale, round. Inhale, reach. Exhale, round. And reach. Two more. Round. And out. Last one. Good, bring it out. Awesome. All right, now we're gonna switch to the other side. Good, belly pulling in, reach that left leg back. Right arm reaches forward. Take your inhale, exhale, round knee to elbow. Inhale out, exhale, round, and reach. Good, round, and reach. Two more. Reach, last one. And reach, awesome. All right, so now from here, we're just gonna take it up a little bit, okay? Keeping both hands on the mat though. I want you to start to lift, tuck your toes under, lift both knees so that they're just into a hover, right? Just a hover here. Now, you're gonna send that right leg back behind you again at hip height. Take your inhale, exhale, round, pull it in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, round. Inhale, reach. One more on this side, exhale, round. Inhale, reach. Good, lower that leg down, lower both knees. Whew. All right, one more on the other side, or one more set on the other side. So let's start to lift those knees again. Keep the knee in a hover. Lift that left leg back behind you. Now take your inhale, exhale, round. Inhale, reach. Exhale, and reach. Last one, exhale, you got this. Inhale, reach. Good, bend that knee in, place it all the way down. All right, sit on those heels. Snuck that one in on you. Just kicking it up just a notch with those abdominals. Felt those legs, I'm sure, too. All right, we're gonna come into a little thigh stretch, a little into a camel position, camel pose, if you're familiar with yoga. So I want you here to go ahead and come up onto your knees. And we're gonna do thigh stretch first. What that means, your knees are together, your legs are together, they're not way out to the sides here. All right, knees are touching, and you're in a straight line from your knees to your crown of your head, right? So it's not this position here with your hips back, right? Press them forward, nice straight line. All right, I'm gonna have you bring your arms forward here, and you're gonna hinge back just at the knees. So you might not go very far. You should start to feel the stretch in your quads and your thighs, and then you start to bring it back forward. Good, so do that again, hinging back, and bring it back forward. Good, just two more. That's it, don't forget to squeeze those legs. Last one, inhale and exhale. All right, so now tuck those toes under so your heels are a little bit higher. And we're gonna move into that camel stretch, single arm. So I want you to start to inhale, lift both arms up to the ceiling. Start to hinge back, just like you did for thigh stretch. Draw that right arm back, have it reach your heel if you can, and then lift that left arm up. Get a beautiful stretch. Good, now as you come up, pull that belly in first, lift the arms up to the ceiling. Good, we'll do the other side. So coming back, left hand to left heel, reach up and open, and then we lift, pull the belly in before you come up. Good, doing that again, right hand down, left arm lifts. Good, belly in, arm comes off, lift it up. Good, and again, left hand back, lift up. Good, coming back up. We've got one more on each side. You guys got it, almost done. Last one. Good, and then bring the arms down by your sides. Awesome, all right. So we're gonna start with, or we're gonna move on to a side bend, right? So opening up the side body a little bit more, and then move that into a kind of a side bend twist motion. So let's start with our easier side bend first. So go ahead and bring your legs off to the left side. And then bring your hand off to the other side, right? The other arm is gonna come up towards the ceiling. You're gonna walk that bottom arm out, start to bend into your elbow as you reach up and overhead. So you're feeling this beautiful stretch from that side hip all the way up the side body. Good, now you're just gonna start to come up. Use your abdominals to lift you back up. Opposite arm comes up and over. Good, we'll do that again. Arms up to the sides. Walk that hand out. Drop that elbow down, reach it up. That's it, good. Lift up through center, over to the other side. Okay, we've got a couple more. So if you're someone who likes to work out pretty hard during the week, then maybe you use this exercise or this workout, on a Saturday or Sunday where you're using your kind of rest stretching day. That's something that you like to do. If you're like my husband, who is an active runner, he doesn't like to call it his rest day. He likes to call it his active recovery. So if you want to call it your active recovery, go ahead. As long as you're getting that mobility and stretching, that's what's most important. So, all right, let's move into our side bend twist. So with that, you're going to bring this top leg, place your foot on the mat, and this bottom leg is still bent and under that other leg, okay? Other hand is on the floor. Now, your arm closest to your legs, right? This is gonna come up, overhead, and under, or up forward and then under the body. I'm gonna show you what this looks like. So you're gonna start to lift your hips. It's almost like you're coming into a downward dog twist. Bring your chest towards your thighs as you twist that arm under the body. And then you start to come back forward, bend the knees, sit yourself back down, okay? So it's not a side plank, it's more of a V position in the body. So you start to press into that hand again, lift the hips, bring that arm under, twist. Good, and then we lower it back down. That's it. So we come up, under, and twist. And then we lower the hips, arm comes down. We've got one more just like that. Good, press down, exhale, lift up, twist, reach. And then we lower it all the way down. Beautiful. We're gonna do all of that on the other side. Let's go ahead and twist legs over to the other side, probably on your right. And we're gonna do that nice, easy side opening first. So arms come out. Start to walk that bottom hand out, bring that elbow down, reach up and over, pull that top hip down to the floor, and then come up through center, over to the other side. Good, inhale, open, walk the arm out, bring the other arm up and over. Good, and lift, do two more. I know that if I personally don't include mobility and flexibility as part of my routine, as part of my workout, my body doesn't feel as good. It makes me kind of tight and anxious when I can't move as well. So highly recommend just incorporating this regularly into your routine and just see how much better you'll feel. Good, come all the way back up. All right, let's do that side bend twist. So leg, top leg bent, foot on the mat. Other leg is underneath. Now you're gonna start to, again, lift up. Find that V shape with the body as you bring chest towards thighs, twist that arm under, and then open back up, take a seat, bring it down. Good, and again, lift, twist, reach. Good, and then bring it back up, lower down. Good, 2 more just like that. Lift, twist, reach, and then lower. Last one, lift, twist, reach, and then lower all the way back down. Awesome. All right. Let's go ahead and move into some hip circles before we come back down onto your back. So for some stretching. So for hip circles, we are going to come onto our forearms for this one, right? So not sinking down into the back, but staying lifted out of the shoulders. Now this is also sneaking in a little abdominal work here, but also get some rotation in the hips. All right, so you're gonna start to bring those legs up, right? And then drop your heels down. So the heels for this one are gonna stay close to the body. You're gonna start to pull the knees down or feet down towards the floor, and the knees are gonna come over to the right. So your legs are moving in the same direction. Now with the legs over to the right, you extend the legs, bend the knees, and then swing them down over to the other side. Good, extend, bend. Good, down, over, extend, bend. Good, so this is think of like a can, right? So if you were to do it in a little bit of a faster motion, that would be that can exercise. Good, down, round, extend, down, pull it in, extend. So you're trying to do this with a nice open heart and chest. Good, to the right, extend. Good, last one. Good, pull in, reach. Good, and then bring your feet down, and you're gonna roll yourself all the way down onto your mat. So now that we're on the mat, I realized we wanna grab your pillow one last time. So go ahead and grab it, place it back at that top part of your mat, and then go ahead and bring your head back down. All right, so we're gonna finish with a few more stretches. I want you to cross your left ankle over your right knee for a nice figure 4 stretch. So you'll start to pull that right leg in towards you, wrap your hands around that right thigh, open that left knee up towards or away from you, and think of rooting your pelvis down. So, right, it's very easy to kind of let this happen and let your pelvis and your bum lift off the mat. Keep that grounded as you pull the leg in. That'll really get into that hip a little bit more. Try to relax through your shoulders and the rest of your body. No need to hold tension anywhere else. All right, now keeping that ankle crossed over the knee, bring the right foot to the floor and then tip the legs over to the right so the ankle is still touching the knee, and then start to pull that right knee down with the right hand and just feel that stretch all along that glute and piriformis. Something that really stuck with me when I was going through my Pilates training was the releasing of tension everywhere else in the body. So say you're doing a lower abdominal exercise or something like that where, right, you shouldn't really have tension in your shoulders or in your neck, right? You're trying to release the tension where you don't need it so you can focus on where you want that work and energy to go. And it's amazing when you think of it that way, how much it does actually make a difference. So even in this stretch, right, think about relaxing your shoulders down. Maybe move your jaw around a little bit to release that tension in your jaw and in your face. And then go ahead and bring that leg back up, and then we're gonna switch to the other side. So left leg down, right ankle crossed, pull that leg in. All the same rules apply, pelvis staying grounded. as we open that right knee out. Good, one more breath. And then drop that left foot to the mat. Keep that right ankle touching that left knee. Bring that leg across the body. Pull that knee down towards the floor. Feel that stretch. Right, relax those shoulders here. Relax the jaw. Maybe even relax the toes. It's amazing how much tension we hold in our toes. When you think about it, you're like, oh my gosh, my toes are, like added tension. We don't need that, right? Just release them. Good, and then go ahead and come back to center. Rock yourself up to a seated position. And we're gonna finish with just a little inner thigh stretch. So send that left leg out to the side. Go ahead and pull that right leg in towards the body. And then staying centered in the center of your body, just start to hinge forward wherever you can go. Right, forearms might come down to the floor. And even in this position, right, just let your head go, let your neck go. Don't hold any tension in that upper body area. Sometimes we don't realize we're holding that tension until we put a focus on it and say, I was holding tension in my shoulders. Just let it all go. Maybe shake the head a little bit. Good. Go ahead and stack the spine back up. Go ahead and switch to the other side. So right leg out, left leg in. Good. Hands forward. Okay, lift up tall first and then start to round forward here. Wherever you can. We're trying to keep both hips grounded into the floor. So if you feel one of your hips pulling up, either try to root it back down, or maybe you don't come so far down with the upper body. You can release the head, release the neck, shake the head side to side. Good, and then stack the spine all the way back up. Come to a nice, comfortable seat. Good, wherever that is for you. And just feel that spine nice and tall. Feel maybe that your hips are a little bit looser in this position. Mine feel better, right? Maybe your shoulders feel looser, just the whole body feels more at ease, which is what we're looking for. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. If you're interested in adding a little bit more to your routine today, I have a great 20-minute core workout that is lower back friendly. So I'll go ahead and link that here. And also I have a great TheraBand workout, uses that stretchy band, which is great for adding additional flexibility, as well as some great resistance and strength as well. So I'll link that here as well. Thank you again for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you back here again soon.